Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
We're set for football amidst the Cincinnati snow. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Here's Derek Young to return this. He's brought down just inside the 25. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out to one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? Former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
He was a comeback story that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. But he paired with head coach Kevin O'Connell, threw a whole bunch of touchdowns in Minnesota. Remember, Kate, he was an MVP frontrunner early last season. Exactly why the Seahawks targeted him, wanted him, and now have him in the fold.
All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to win it. Finds him over the middle. Good pickup, but he's denied that first down. The stop comes at the 32-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up third down.
On third down, Walker. He's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first, you're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Here's Darnold, first and 10. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. They'll work it a couple yards past the line. That one's going to be brought to an end by Shamar Stewart.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On third down, they're going with Charbonnet. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow.
The Bengals take over.
So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And at the helm, won his second Comeback Player of the Year award last year with a career-best season. Now in year 6 here in the NFL, it's Joe Burrow.
Joe showed yet again, when healthy, man, this guy is an MVP caliber player. He was a stat monster. Almost 5,000 yards passing and 43 touchdowns. And really elevated a Cincinnati team, especially defensively with a lot of flaws, right to the precipice of the playoffs.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Ready?
We'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion.
Second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Second and 10 now. It's Burrow. Throw finds Jamar Chase. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Here we go.
Pushing the pace right away to start the game.
50-yard line.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. Fights his way through a tackle. And he hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
Second down at the 41. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Throw from the gun. Catch made by Chase Brown. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
Brings up third down.
Here we go.
From the gun on third down, it's Burrow. It's caught. Chase has it. That's the first down, and he's still going. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. It's a Ja'Marr Chase touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing. McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This will end up as a
The
touchback.
Seahawks take over first
So
and
Seattle
10.
retakes the field for their second series. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. From the gun, Darnold. Completed over the middle. Did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. And off to Walker from the gun. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, to really create some indecision now defensively.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Drive entire straights, it's 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9.
To the air on 3rd and long. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. The Bengals and Ja'Marr Chase about to take over on offense once again. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cut.
Play action now. Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind the next time.
Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. T. Higgins, the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
McPherson at the point after. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Bengals drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first two possessions. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he charges through the snow for a gain of 4. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Now Darnold off the play action. Dump off to his fullback. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. First and 10.
Darnold. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing from the gun here. Completed to his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3rd down here, lead 8 on the play. Throw here, 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
A loss of 7 yards. And it's 4th down. Michael Dixon to uncork.
So while they're in the huddle, partners, we've arrived at the end of our 1st quarter. Our score, 14-0. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They're lining up to punt a little shy of midfield. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. The Bengals and T. Higgins back in possession here. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Here we go, here we go.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. To the 10. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a 20-zip lead.
I think he'll take his highlights, however. He get him on handoff, pin out, pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch. He can do his damage. Big time.
McPherson at the point after. Snowy weather, no problem for them on that point after. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21.
Seahawks, nothing. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is Walker on second. And they find him after just a yard, and it's third down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. We just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Garland with it on third and short. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
He has it at the 22. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go. Wide 80. Cut.
One play action here. Burrow flushed out of the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Right side cut by Higgins. By man, he's in the clear. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. Pick up there of 39 yards. And the Bengals have a first down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. He rolls to his right. He's got it. It's in close. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Burrow setting up the play action. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. T. Higgins, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. McPherson at the point after. Oh, it's a fake. Looks like they're going to throw. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
You know, that's a call I'll see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone in the NFL, and for good reason. Even when you catch them off guard, the chances for success are extremely low. Can't do it.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Play fake. Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
It's caught. Varner. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. Charlie Jones on the Bengals return. That's grabbed at the 10. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. He gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go. Start.
Here's Brown to start the drive. And he charges through the snow for a gain of 4. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Let's get set.
Give on 2nd, it's Brown. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati. So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. The Bengals playing themselves to a lead here in Paycor. We've set of downs from the 37.
Here we go. Here we go. Start.
Burrow on 1st down. Chased out to his right. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
18 more yards. That's another Bengals 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Gun.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Has it downfield. It's Chase. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. Trying to work quickly now.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Start.
Burrow now on 1st down. Forced out to his right. Brought in right side. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Sticking in the air, and it's Burrow. That is caught, and it's Higgins again. Ooh, and he's not going to score, but they're just a yard away now as this sets up 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Here we go. Right, 80. Stop.
Brown does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the
Here we go.
1. He gets it again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
McPherson at the point after. The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it.
I know these special teams coaches spend all week trying to find a little weakness, and I guess they saw something on film they may have liked. But I think this serves as a reminder, if you want to get to, try the conversion from the 2-yard line next time.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. This makes it up to the 25. The Seahawks offense to the field for the final drive of this 1st half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Gets his running back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Running back sent in motion. From the gun, Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now Seattle going to call its 2nd timeout. We've set it down from 37. Rolling on 1st. Here's Darnold. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Intended target that time is Kenneth Walker. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go, son.
And again, it's Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. They get a timeout. 8 seconds remaining before halftime. Third down. Bengals coming out in a dime look here. He'll throw it. Ooh, and before he can find any yards, he climbs that sideline instead. That's going to bring up 4th down. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These two teams dealing with a light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the 2nd half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Huard.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Samaje Perine on the return. And he pushes them up to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Burrow. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend's pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 2nd and 10 now, it's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing them.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Gun. Cut. 180. Place hot.
Burrow from the gun. Lasers this one deep down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Give him 37 on the play. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
Hey, we got to keep
Working
scoring.
quickly here.
We got to keep scoring.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
I got him. Hey, my man. Stop.
From the red zone now. Catch made. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Well, it seems like the only thing that's going to be able to stop this guy or even slow him down is going to be that final whistle, Brock. This defense has been inconsistent at best.
This is one of those moments where it just feels like it's a privilege to watch. Right? When you're at a...
He will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Bengals continue piling on to this lead.
Seahawks, nothing. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Now Darnold off the play action. Dump off to his fullback. He is stumped with authority there, but that stump came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. 1st and 10, Darnold. Barner with the grab. He has this one past the 15. Will start downhill into Bengals territory. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. To throw. Here's Darnold. Here's a screen out for Walker. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4. Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. QB sneak coming. And his short game gets them a new set of downs. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. This time he's looking to throw. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Bengals into the nickel set. 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Darnold hit, and he fumbles it. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And that's going to be close to an outright disaster, Brock, as he winds up losing a ton of yards on the play. Well, they scramble back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. But how much they lost on that play? Well, here comes special teams, and now they got to be special.
The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And as this lead has grown, they have not taken their foot off the gas. No reason to expect them to slow down now on what could be a 4th consecutive touchdown drive. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Here's the backup. First throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Now again, it's Brown headed right. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
A pickup of 17 and a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We go play action with Flacco. He's throwing deep to the left side. Just keeps connecting to Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals trying to end this before the final quarter. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
McPherson at the point after. Drifted near that upright, but he gets it to go. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again.
Seahawks, nothing. Evan McPherson with a kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense running out now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. And pushing the tight end over. Play fake, Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play of this drive, might already be in trouble. It's going to push him back for a 2nd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stripe. They got 21 yards on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Darnold looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now Darnold. Bengals get to him and take him down. And then pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, up to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long. And on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now, time's not on their side either.
Their punter making his way out now. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this 2nd half. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. And the snow hampering their ground game here as he slowed up just a yard on that run. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's Brown again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Bengals football, Brock, and they have got to be happy about the lead that they have built so far. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll air it out on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. Has it downfield. It's Chase. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Looking to throw here. On the move, headed right. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Here we go, shot.
Brown quick on the draw here. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Even with this lead, keeping the pedal down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd down, give to Brown. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Everybody rushing back to the line.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Bengals.
Flacco's going to throw here on 1st. Going all the way to the end zone here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there and extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
That one connects. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Flacco off the play action. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals throwing 6 more on the blowout. T. Higgins the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Well, Brock, it wasn't hard to see why they botched on that play fake. Even our camera operator was fooled into thinking it was a run, but certainly made it easier to connect on that touchdown pass.
And that's all about the attention to details, Kate. Really is. The offensive line getting their pads down. The running back and quarterback at that mesh point, making it look exactly like a run. You do the details on the front end, and the play-action game rewards follow on the back end.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals tack on 7 more to their lead.
Bengals 54, Seahawks nothing. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. 1st and 10 from the 32. Darnold has him on the quick hitter. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Darnold finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Good defensive effort here, drives him back across midfield on their own side.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook. He knocked him back across the line.
And Bengals with an extra DB out there now, 3rd down. Throwing here, Darnold. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Give him 8 on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. It's caught, Barner. And he's going to be out of bounds after looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give the quarterback a chance.
With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. Touchdowns on their two drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's going to be brought down up to the 31. Offense working quickly.
It's a gain of 18. And the Bengals...
From the gun, Flacco. Finds Higgins for another grab. And this one does not go far. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals authoring a blowout here. The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this. They're going to throw for it on 4th. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. To throw, here's Darnold. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. From left side, caught by Smith-Njigba. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense is set, 1st and 10.
7-yard gain.
Darnold now to throw. Here's a screen out for Walker. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down. On the line. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. And again, it's Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play block, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And it might take these fans some time to get out of here with this wintry weather, Brock. Snowplows definitely needed out there on those roads. They can take all the extra time to celebrate in the stands with each other, waiting to leave as their guys get the winter win. With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott.